Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today I'm going to be reviewing Smelter. Smelter is developed by X Plus and published by Danjin. Smelter is $19.99 on Xbox and came out on April 22nd of 2021, and is an ID at Xbox title. Alright, so what is Smelter? Well, it is a platformer slash strategy game. And in this game, both the strategy aspect of the game is very prevalent, as well as just the standard platforming that you might do in a normal platforming game. So in the strategy aspect of the game, you're going to be building some tower defense type things, and having to deal with enemies that are going to come at you in a random assortment of enemies, and you need to hold them off as you. And as you do that, you'll be able to build out farther and farther. And then in between, you're going to be doing some platforming stages to also advance. And you're going to play as your little character, and she has a special ability that she can smelt things. And with that, it does tons of damage, it gets save points, and it can reach things that you couldn't reach otherwise, like with your thing, with jump, just by jumping. So and also, you can just do regular attacks as well, just by attacking with your hands and jumping around and things of nature. You also have some special jump moves that you can do, and so that's going to benefit you as well as you progress. And then there is also some side challenges in the platforming parts of the game, where you just need to get to the end of these challenge rooms in order to pick up the thing at the end, in order to complete the challenge. And then that's kind of just a progression on it. They're kind of like side quests essentially. Actually, they call them trials in the game. So the game is pretty fun, actually. I am a big fan of strategy games, so I definitely enjoy that aspect of the game. I will say that it's actually probably pretty simple compared to a lot of strategy games, because it's not really the top priority of the game itself, I don't think. And so it is, obviously they put it in here, but it's not very extensive. It's pretty simple. And I found it really easy to kind of pick up and mess around with. Early on, too, it gives you a really advanced, quick, good tutorial that's going to make it super easy for you to figure out what you need to do. And then as for the platforming, it plays a lot like a game that recently came out that was like based in these caves and stuff of that nature. So basically, there's platforming sections, there's these challenge areas, and then there's places where you have to outrun a worm throughout. And of course, as you progress through the game, there's lots of different types of enemies, and there's also some time trials involved as well. And this game really just has a whole lot of everything. In the time trials, sometimes they're going to have special requirements like don't get hit. And those are going to be somewhat difficult to do, because if you get hit by an enemy that's throwing these balls around or whatever, then you'll have to restart. And those get kind of difficult as you progress through the game. But overall, I find this game to be pretty fun. It's pretty standard for what you would expect out of a platformer and a strategy game. But it's just putting those two things together, and it makes for a pretty interesting game. You definitely don't get too bored doing one or the other the entire game. You actually get a nice balance between the two, so that kind of helps in the game. Obviously, if you're not a big fan of strategy games, then this is probably not a game that you're going to like that much. As for the achievements, they are a pretty difficult game to complete, because it does require you to complete all the trials, which are fairly difficult, and also just lots of different side achievements, for defeating enemies and acquiring all the collectibles and upgrading everything and stuff of that nature. So it's not a short achievement game, and I do believe that there might be a couple of glitched achievements in the game as well at this point in time. So just keep that in mind if you do decide to pick this up. I'm gonna give this game a 6.5 out of 10. I think for an ID Xbox title like this, I don't think the price is too bad. But there's nothing really special about the game when it comes to something new that hasn't been done before or anything like that. I mean, even the smelting thing is similar to other games that are in the same kind of genre. So not a whole lot here that I haven't really played before. But it's not a bad game. If you get this on sale, I think that's actually probably the best way. If you're interested in platformers, then you will like this. But you're also going to want to have to. You're also going to want to have some interest in strategy style games in order to really enjoy the benefit of this game. So with that said, that's pretty much all I'm going to say. If you do pick up the game, let us know in the comments what you think. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and have a nice day.